What's up, fellas? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm bringing you the Michigan Wolverines. How will they fare in 2019? Can they win a national championship? But more importantly, can they beat Ohio State? Let's check out their schedule. We got Middle Tennessee State, Army, Rutgers, Indiana, Notre Dame, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Michigan State, Minnesota, Northwestern, Iowa, and Ohio State to end the year. The biggest game at the end, the game. Preseason polls, we see Alabama, Oregon, Ohio State, Washington, Oklahoma, and Georgia ahead of Michigan, but Michigan A+ in every category. That bodes well for Michigan. You got Auburn, Stanford, and A&M right behind them with some, they're always hopeful, right? But Michigan, A+ in every single category. Let's check out what happens recruiting-wise. What the heck, Michigan? 80 overall defensive tackle, 78 overall defensive tackle. Gems of the class, I'm sure. In a recruiting battle for a fullback, but Drew Chambers, we're here to wish you good luck in the future on seeing the field. Left end Drew Chambers, 62 overall. What a class for Michigan. They rushed for over 2,000 yards, finalists for some great awards, NCAA record, more awards, touched school record, 5 consecutive wins twice. That means they won at least 10 games. And they go 11-1 and are ranked number 1 overall. We see they're playing Nebraska in the Big Ten Championship. Kirk is rocking with Michigan. Michigan is better in every single category. What the heck? I don't think I've ever seen that. That's a dominant team right there. Good luck, Nebraska. We'll check out the conference standings real quick. We do see Michigan number 1 overall over Ohio State and Penn State in their division. Both go 10-2, so that bodes well for Michigan's strength of schedule. Let's check out the rest of the schedule. They won pretty convincingly every game to start until they somehow lose to number 16 Wisconsin, 13-21. Must have been just a weird game, but yeah, they win pretty much all of their games pretty convincingly. 38-2, that's an interesting one. 38-2, you don't see that often. And Nebraska, 8-4 to finish the year. Michigan, number 1 overall. You love to see it. That's just 6. You look at the points against, 166. That is a dominant defense right there. And that's how you win championships. Just for giggles, let's check out the rest of the top 25. We do see LSU and Utah each getting a vote. Oh, and Washington getting a vote for number 1, all 11-1. Then we see Penn State, Oklahoma State, that's not usual. Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and Ohio State to end the top 10 there. But some top 10 matchups this week. Michigan with the easiest game of all of them. So they should win. They already beat Nebraska. So they should beat them again. We do see for the Heisman, Zach Moss from Utah, Josh Jacobs, Swift, Pirine, and Puka Williams from Kansas. Poor guys going down on the chart, but oh man, Puka gets 6 vote points. Dang. But Moss, Jacobs, and Swift run away with it. Funny because they're running backs, right? Moss, 1,600 yards on the ground, 350 yards receiving, 24 total touchdowns. Congrats to you guys. Michigan will face Washington in the national championship, 12-1 versus 12-1. Michigan is not who Kirk picks. Wow, Kirk is rocking with Washington. I can only think it's because of their offense. Number 4 overall to number 19. Michigan's defense is better, but not by much, supposedly, when you look at the rankings. So Michigan, number 1. Washington, number 2. You see LSU and Penn State on the outside looking in. You do see Washington beating Utah. Utah went from 3-7, and Washington jumped up from, I think it was number 4. But yeah, that's an interesting week for the Pac-12 right there. So Utah does not win. Washington does. We do see Shea Patterson setting a Michigan record and Michigan winning 31-24 in the national championship. Let's check out what happened Washington goes up 3-0 in the first quarter. Michigan comes back and makes it 17-14 at halftime, down by 3, and then Michigan wins the third quarter 14-7, and they score another field goal to end the game. So they beat Washington by 7 points. Let's check out the stats. Washington's vaunted offense only outdoes Michigan by 40 yards, 123 on the ground, 274 through the air. Michigan not quite as good, a little bit better on the ground, no turnovers, and let's see here, time of possession, Michigan wins. Typically you see the winner of the game win time of possession, so that's pretty big. Michigan, congratulations on your first national championship in quite a while. Patterson, almost 3,000 yards, good for 23rd in the country. We see Wilson with over 1,200 yards, almost 1,300 yards, 32nd in the country. Collins, over 1,100 yards, receiving 14th in the country. Gill, 43 tackles, solo tackles. That's pretty good. That means that he was one of the top performers. Hutchinson, 6.5 sacks, good for top 50. Thomas, 3 interceptions. Not that great, but, maybe the team, everyone on the team had 1 or 2. You never know. Norden, good from 51 yards away. 30th in the country. Interesting to see a 56-yarder there. That's one of the top field goal lengths I've ever seen. But if you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. Thank you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.